What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jason Wallace. This is my channel, which is about my life, basically. Yeah, I've had 2 strokes, and it's just showing how you can still do things to live life even after having a disability. So in the last video I mentioned to you guys that I did competition barbecue, and guess what? I've got 2 weeks to get ready, so got a little work to do on the trailer. I'm going to show you guys my setup. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. We're going to work on that. All right, this is it. It's not much, but this was originally a race car, dirt car trailer. It's a 20 foot by 8.5 wide. That the people that I bought it from actually used it to haul an ATV and to kind of camp out of it, but it was bare bones then. It had a small cabinet and a TV and a microwave. That was about it, and a curtain at the back to kind of keep the elements out. And I went in and added LVP flooring, which is actually peel and stick. It's not the good stuff. We put a refrigerator in, a small little refrigerator, and it's completely empty at the moment. Base cabinets on both sides. Everything here is pretty much empty right now. I pretty much emptied the trailer when I was getting ready to leave for Alaska. I didn't want to leave a bunch of stuff in here. As hot as it gets in here with no air, and it's hot in here right now. So we're kind of at the base level of what when this gets set up. It's much more stuff going on. Like, we have a microwave down here that gets set up on the countertop when we're in competitions. Keep all of the knives and utensils, or some of the utensils here. All my temperature probes and spatulas and so forth go in here. Have a sink here. This trailer doesn't have water tanks. We have to hook up to a water line at the event, and this just drains into a bucket. I haven't just put a gray water tank in it yet, so it's a very primitive setup. These are the Cambro boxes, or what we in the business call Cambros. Cambro is actually a brand. Essentially, it's just an insulated box. So all the barbecue goes in here once it's cooked, and these things will keep food hot for 8 or 9 hours, as long as the door stays closed. So the way this trailer works, obviously there's a ramp door on the other side of this door here. The car we used to roll the car up in the trailer when it was a car hauler. Now what happens is I cook on drums, and the drums line up in here, and they're strapped into place. And then when we get to an event, we drop the door down, level it so it's level, not pointed down, and we roll the drums out on the back door and cook on the back door. And then this is just a door that my contractor friend put in so that we could keep the inside here air conditioned, and keep it cool, and keep the outside elements out. And you know, the main back door is about a foot behind that wall, which we can't open because the door opens out. So y'all will see that later. So that's my team name, and anything that I do that's related to food is JW Cooks. So just a little history, just to kind of give you a quick crash course in the history. So I've been doing this since 2019. I bought a big wood burning smoker like February, March of 2019, and for some reason immediately knew that I would be moving into competition barbecue. I have no idea why I gravitated towards that, but just like an automatically knew. I never watched the Pitmaster shows and stuff like that. It just when I bought the smoker, I immediately knew that I would start competing, and I right away did. And my first event was Hub City Hog Fest, which is our hometown competition in Spartanburg here, and it was a big event. It was a lot of fun. I didn't do worth a crap, didn't know what I was doing. We just kind of jumped in. I did 4 events that year in 2019. Lost, didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was having a lot of fun, but we were cooking with a big pull behind trailer smoker and a tent, living it hard, not sleeping, just staying up all night, and spend the rest of the weekend recovering after a 24-hour cook session, which kind of sucks. So 2020 we did one. COVID started, and it started shutting down a lot of the competitions as the season started moving on. We did one early in the year, and then pretty much right after that is when I had stroke number 2, and so I missed a lot of events for medical reasons and for the fact they had canceled most of the events in the middle of the year, at the end of the year. So we did one in 2020. 2021, still a lot of events starting late or canceled. We managed to get 4 in, did a little better. Still really not knowing what I was doing. It's just, it's always, I guess I should back up and say, it's always been since the second event. You'll meet Mike. Mike, I just obligated you to YouTube. Welcome. But he wasn't with me at the first event, but he was beside me. I knew all the guys on his team, and we hung out and everything, and they were just doing it for fun. And when we got done with the first event, he was like, "Hey man, anytime you want any more help, I'm with you." And so Mike's been my number 2 guy ever since. So we did 4 at the end of 2021, and had a couple of decent finishes, but still not really knowing what we're doing. So 2022, last year, we did 10 events, and had some decent pit finishes. We just started to get some ideas of what the judges are looking for. Some good scores. Didn't win anything. We did win 1 rib category, but a lot of second places in ribs and in pork. And South Carolina Barbecue Association does primarily pork as their main category, and ribs as a secondary optional category. There are only 3 events a year that do a brisket. The one that we're getting ready for coming up, Malden, which is one of those 3. So it's a big event. So we look forward to it. But we've only done 1 this year. We did Hog Fest, which was the kind of like the reunion event for some of us, because it was the one that started it all for us. They didn't have it the last couple of years because of COVID. So we were sure going to do it this year, and well, we did okay.
Anyways, this year's 2023 Hub City Hog Fest brisket winner J.W. Cooks, Jason Wallace. That was a score of 16.3833, guys. All right, first place ribs competition with a score of 16.2333. J.W. Cooks, Jason Wallace. All right, in second place with a score of 16.2. Familiar name, J.W. Cooks, Jason Wallace. In first place, grand champion, J.W. Cooks, Jason Wallace.
But that's old news, you know. We've only done one, so it's time to get out there and see if we can still do it. You know, when you don't practice and you're out of the sport for a while, it kind of creeps away from you a little bit. So we got some stuff to do. The trailer, I want to reverse this door because the way this thing opens up is kind of backwards. And these trees that hang over this trailer oxidized the side of this trailer pretty bad, and it streaks really bad. So I've tried everything under the sun that I can think of to clean it, and it doesn't seem to help. But I found a product at Tractor Supply that we're going to give a shot. All right, now that we got that done, it's time to try to clean this trailer out on the outside. But first, y'all want to meet somebody? This is my little buddy, Jack. Come here, Jack. Come here. Jack is camera shy. Come here, Jack. Come here, boy. Come here. Jack loves people, but you pull a camera out and he's like, nope, see ya, dude. Let's see if this does anything. It doesn't work. Hi. So it's been a couple of days since you saw me washing the trailer. That product did not work, so I ended up ordering something else off of Amazon. So it's gonna be a couple of days before I get that job finished. I wanted to show you what the drums are that I compete with. This is what I cook all the barbecue on. basically just a 55-gallon drum with some cooking grates and a charcoal basket. These are still not clean, so they're not looking as good as they would, but that's a charcoal basket. Handle stuck on that one. Pull this one out. Just load it up with charcoal. Yeah. Light it, put it back down in there. Two grates. So the bottom one. Bottom one goes in like that. We put a water pan on the top of the bottom one. It's just an aluminum foil pan that we use to. Those two things, it blocks the heat from direct contact with the meat and it adds moisture. The second one goes directly on top, and that's where the meat sits. And then obviously the lid goes on top. We control the temperature by these intake tubes here. There's one on either side. Somewhere right there. Air goes down there, feeds the fire in the charcoal basket, and these things run kind of like that on both sides. They don't need a lot of oxygen. And then the exhaust comes out here like that, and we run it pretty much wide open. Close everything off when we're done cooking, and it starves the fire out. And that's it. There's a thermometer on the front for monitoring the temperature. It's not very accurate. We actually use digital thermometers for really getting more precise. So we try to clean these out every competition, dump all the old charcoal out, and I'll scoop out the ashes off camera. We have 4, so we usually cook, I can cook 4 butts per drum when we're having to cook a lot of meat. I'd prefer not, because it makes a mess of everything, but that's how it goes. What you doing, Jack? Say hey to everybody. No? Jack. What are you doing? Alright, I'm gonna finish cleaning these drums and get out of this heat. So I got a little bit of work to do before I call it quits for the day. That's gonna be it for this one, guys. Not sure if I'll do another video before the competition, but the competition video is coming. You get to see all this stuff in action. So thanks for watching. Y'all have a good week. We'll see you next time.